No, it
I
did.
thought
so
it
worked.
Yeah, it did.
That shit fell down all the
Oh,
time.
shot. Yeah, because it fell down because kids motherfucker would be ripping that bitch down, and they would just use the same sticky tack to put
It's
it back
mad
up.
uneven, but
That shit
whatever.
is crazy uneven.
I was just trying to get it in at this
That's what
point.
he said.
Ladies.
Oh, gross.
Hey,
Not me
shoot or
picturing
shoot, bro.
Nathan with a
Shoot or shoot.
I'm gonna start streaming like this week or not this week, last week and the week before. We get it. It's 420. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna sound like Nathan this whole podcast.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
So I just got done having the flu. Actually, on the tail
Rip.
end of having the flu. So that's fun. I've never had the flu before, to my recollection.
Really? That's
You
wild.
really never had the flu before?
So this was in the group chat. No?
I know you said
Like
that.
I can't verify it. Like I mean, I don't know. I have no
Show me the
living
receipts.
memory of having the flu. I've had hella upper respiratory infections, and I had what's the kissing disease?
Mono?
Mono?
I had mono,
L.
and I had tonsillitis, and then my tonsils removed at the ripe age of 19, which sucked.
Double L.
But as far as the flu, I think this is my first experience.
I haven't had the flu since high school. And that was like the last time I had the flu shot. So
It was super mild. And the doctor even said that I had a mild like strain. I thought I was going to go in there and have like an upper respiratory infection or like something like that. Like something real, like maybe an ear infection, or she just told me it was sinuses. But I went in there and I was like, hey, I've been coughing. I've had a sore throat, and I've been like hella chunking on mucus. Like in the morning, the mucus would get so bad while I was sleeping, like that it would be like hard, like a soft pebble,
The
like
only
a
thing hard.
clay like material. Whenever I coughed that bitch up in the
it
morning,
is disgusting.
right? So that's when I decided that I needed to go to the doctor. I was like, I need to stop having metamorphosis of sedimentary stones in my in my fucking
It
throat
was
right
evolving,
now.
bro. It's only its second
Yeah.
evolution.
Facts. And so I went to the doctor, and I went to a Care Now. I didn't go to a doctor. I went to a Care Now, right? So I went to a Care Now. And,
They're not real doctors.
Yeah, a clinic. I went to a clinic. And so I went in there, and I told them my shit. I was like, I had one really bad headache on like Saturday, and then starting like Tuesday, I had a cough, a sore throat, like a tickle. So I went in on Friday, and I was like, these are my symptoms. And she swabbed me, and she was like, yeah, you have the flu, the strain A. Like, I'm surprised that you're not feeling a hell of a lot worse. Well, she asked me if I had the vaccine first. She was like, did you get your flu shot this year? I said, no, I never get the flu shot. And she was like, I'm surprised you're not having, because you're supposed to have like a really bad fever and nausea and crazy aches and shit like that.
Right.
But then I told my boss, and she wrote me a note saying I have to go back to work until Wednesday. And then starting Saturday, like, I guess the sickness decided that now that I knew that it was going to start sucking, and so starting Saturday, like, my sore throat got a little better, but I started getting nausea, and I couldn't really eat, and, like, I had the chills real bad, and then I had, like, real bad lower back aches. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Monday mid-afternoon I started feeling better, and then Tuesday I felt like medium, and then today is Wednesday as of this podcast, and I went back to work and I'm feeling at 90%. But as far as the diseases I've had on the S tier for doing a tiered system, mono was definitely the worst. I was bedridden with mono for 3 solid days, and I lost 15 pounds in a week when I had mono. That shit was bad.
Didn't you have COVID?
I never tested positive for COVID. I've taken 5 COVID tests. I never tested positive, but
For me.
For me, the worst thing I think I've ever had is pneumonia when I was in like think 6th grade, I got mycoplasma pneumonia, and it like scarred my lungs. But I remember I was sick for so long that my mom just straight up unenrolled me from school. She was like, "I'll just re-enroll you when you're better, so you don't have to do like weeks of makeup work."
Art.
I was just like,
Did you like skip
okay.
a grade, or how does that work?
No, I literally they just unenrolled me for a couple of weeks. I don't know. It was like the early
Watch Wes.
2000s.
Nathan
It was
actually
like the
failed
Wild
that
West.
grade, and that's what his mom told
You
him.
know what? Government, revoke it. Revoke his diploma right now.
Like I
that
remember
shit
when I
back.
came back to school.
Billy Madison in this bitch. You're going back to the 3rd grade.
Well, I remember when I came back to school, there was one kid that was like, "Jesus, I literally thought you died." She was like, "Nope."
He said, "You should have said
Super
I
sick.
did, but my name's Nathan." And it's been 3 weeks, not 3 days.
Oh,
Boom.
Is that a reference? That
it's an Easter joke.
oh,
He said,
Fucking
he said,
heathen.
"Jesus, I thought you were dead."
yeah, it took a while. Sorry.
That's it. We finally got there, though.
It's less fun when you have to explain the joke.
I thought jokes were supposed to be funny.
Speaking of jokes,
Ezra Miller got
I took the
arrested.
words right out of my
For the
mouth.
second
For the second
time.
time, bro.
I
see
feel like
your-
it's not even worth talking about anymore.
I was talking to Drew, and I was like, "Why is he still on the island? Like, did he fire his publicist? Like, why is he still there? Fucking skedaddle after the first time you get arrested. Like, you just vibing? Is he not working out there? Like, what's?
Did you not see the
Didn't I
video of
send you-
him in the
Yeah, I sent that
in
to
the
you.
lounge?
Yeah, him dancing.
He's straight vibing out there. That's all
Yeah.
he's doing.
Well, no, like I didn't know if he was like in Hawaii because they were filming
It shouldn't
something, or
ruin
if
his
he's just
vibes.
out there to vibe. But he's wild.
He's
we
some
know-
sort of ethnic, right?
I don't like the way you said that at all. Not even a little
Okay.
bit. Oh no, Kyle.
All right, guys, welcome back to the alt-right podcast, Red Pill Hour, where we're talking about Ezra Miller. Is he ethnic or not?
Which one is he? Which one of them?
My bet is one of the Chinese ones.
Oh no.
Is he Asian? I was thinking Pacific Islander.
He looks Pacific Islander.
He does look Pacific Islander.
He also looks European as fuck.
He does look like a typical European serf.
Surf?
With an E.
Ah.
It's like
Cowabunga, dude. With his baguette.
Is he hanging tin or
with the
what?
big
I'm actually curious now.
With a bat. Big guy.
I don't know. He's from New Jersey, and he's 29 years old. Born September 30th, 1992.
older millennial.
His parents have pretty white-sounding names, Marta and Robert.
My dad's name is Kevin Reynolds. He was born in Seoul, Korea.
Fair. He was adopted, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm just saying. Name has no bearing anymore.
I completely off topic, which we can talk about this more. Oh, what?
What is he?
He
He's black? What?
so his father's Jewish and his mother is Dutch and German. So he is
It's uber white.
yeah.
That is
Uber white.
But it says that he self-identifies as Jewish and spiritual. So
Yeah, that's white as hell.
but I was on TikTok today and something came up. I guess I can send it to you guys and maybe I can put it up on screen at the same time. So I found this bar sport that's a mixture of bowling and
beer pong.
not beer ball. What's the boards?
Cornhole.
Basketball?
Cornhole. Thank you.
Hockey?
Those have boards. I'll give you that. It's a mixture of bowling and cornhole, but you use a football.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, but the most unathletic people are playing this sport. Like
Oh,
I
that's
had to
terrible.
I went through like 4 or 5 of their videos, scrolling through the comments to see if they explain the rules or anything. Because I'm like, how is nobody throwing a strike every single time that they throw the ball? Like Do they have to use their less dominant hand? Do they have to have like an arch? Do they have to throw it Patrick Mahomes style sideways? Like, I'm trying to figure out exactly what's going on, and it just looks like you just throw a football at a group of pins on a cornhole board, and your objective is just to knock them over. But hold on, I'm just gonna
It's
send you this so
terrible.
you can
I
see what I'm
saw it.
talking
I've
about.
seen it as well.
Yeah.
I saw people underhanding it.
Right. I see people underhanding it. I see people lobbying it. It's like, how can you not? And then it looks like it's like 10, 15, maybe 10 or 15 yards distance
If that,
between
I would say less.
each board.
Like it's
Yeah,
like,
maybe 10 or 15 feet.
No, I'd say probably 20 to 25 feet, maybe 10 yards, 30 feet at the most.
But I don't
It's
know.
like a pretty standard quarterback drill. I feel like.
I
It's
don't know.
just
Throwing the ball at the
something into
ground, I feel like is
like,
not.
I mean, maybe not at the ground, but like throwing it into like a
Designated area.
It's not a hole. You're throwing to a group of pins,
Yeah, they're
like
open
bowling
It's like a
ball
10
pins.
stack of pins. Like
Oh,
straight up
you're
bowling
literally
pins.
throwing it at pins? How are you not?
It's not like, yeah, like if you're throwing into a hole, I can see the difficulty in that. But they're literally just trying to knock down pins. And I don't know how heavy an average bowling ball pin is.
5 pounds, I think, yeah.
5 pounds? Okay, I can kind of see it, but I don't know. I was just flabbergasted. And I was just like, I don't know how this is, one, a game that isn't easy, and two, how everybody's struggling in a super easy game.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like I underestimate the ability of people, like just a normal person throwing a football. I don't know. I grew up liking football, so I feel I can throw a football decently.
On a similar note, I just bought a really nice cornhole board set.
I didn't see that.
So, if you're trying to have some 2v2 action,
We need to get
cornhole
together soon.
live questionnaire. Could do that.
You know, I just watched the TikTok. Just to circle back to that real quick. And Drew, you're correct. These are all the most unathletic, worst throws that I've ever seen. And it blows my mind that it looks like the place that runs this is the one that took all of these videos. And I was like, yo, pick better shots. Like, that's an awful way to...
All the comments are like, the safest things in these videos are the pins, and like these are the most unathletic people. And I was like, yeah.
Honestly,
like,
probably
Yeah, they're pretty
top
close
tier
to other
fucking
people.
marketing. Think about it.
I'd be pissed, like,
It
if,
is.
like, because when the ball hits, like, the trajectory of a football is kind of unpredictable, right? When it hits the ground, like, it's not
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
hitting a
soccer
pin,
ball.
yeah.
It's not gonna hit and go forward, right? So if like they're
Right.
missing, it could
Yeah, it
easily
could.
take a 45-degree and hit your pins.
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe there's like a bar rule. There's like no spikes or no bullet passes, and that's why people are like loud.
Say that one more time.
But like if but that's what I was doing. Like I was watching the video, I was just like, wait, this game looks super easy. What's going on? I was like, are they throwing with her? They must be throwing like the rule must be like throw with your non-dominant hand. That's gotta be crazy. And then I was watching it, and I do this weird thing whenever I try to figure out what way people are throwing stuff. Is I like have them, and then I do like a mirror in my head. It's weird, but I was like, no, there's a lot of them are throwing with their right hand. Like there's not that many left-handed people in a bar on any given night. I don't know.
Somebody break
It was
up the
weird.
dry erase board markers for chooses you in an ESPN breakdown.
Bro, I was
Now
all over it. I was just for like a solid 5 minutes just sitting here at my desk. Just
here's a guy.
I wonder how much a set of bowling pins costs.
It's
$6.
$80.
I'd say, yeah.
80 to $100.
6 dwarven slaves out of your 1,000.
Call back.
I'll let us know.
It's not human trafficking
shit,
if they're not
expensive.
human.
It's true.
True.
Oh, I was close. I was gonna say 180, but it's 170. I didn't want to.
That is close. You went over
I
though,
don't
so
sound dumb.
it's the same as being
Yeah,
wrong
it's-
completely.
I said 80 to 100. Bing, 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 bing.
You win a new
$1.
car. Ta-da-ta-da.
Early episodes I edited. We were talking about was it PAX East or something like that?
It might have been PAX
That was
East.
held in Vegas. and we were talking about like the first one was like back in 67 or
No, it's
64
NES.
or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, NES.
NES. And Nathan goes, we were trying to figure out like what would even be there, and Nathan was like, floppy disks. And then I immediately got on him. I was like, floppy disk. Fun fact: floppy disk came out the same year as whatever that was called.
It was like the 60s, right?
Yeah, it was like 67, I think. That was when floppy disk came out, and I felt stupid. And I was just like, I'm just not gonna.
Have y'all seen
I
that
like-
TikTok of the original like byte of electromagnetic computer memory?
I thought
Where
you were
it's-
going to say the original bite of a sandwich.
No, but it's like a 1 foot by 1 foot square, and there are copper wires woven left and right, and then there's very tiny like you could stick a 5 millimeter pencil lead through iron rings, and through each ring 4 of the different copper wires come through, and by charging different copper wires and seeing how the iron rings react with them, that's how the original bytes of memory worked. It was hand woven copper wire through iron rings, 4 threads per ring, and depending which threads had electricity running through them, I guess it not lit up, but like magnetized a different iron ring, and that's where the memory, how you would recall certain memory storage. I don't even know how real bytes work
When did that come
in
out?
computers now. Like a long time ago, whenever they were still doing hand stuff. So probably like the 20s.
Still doing hand
So
stuff
like fifth grade probably. I found out kind of on the same topic how files work. Did you guys see that TikTok where it's like a dude basically explains what a file is? It's like one of those things like once it's explained it makes sense, but like you never thought about it. Basically your files on your computer is just like a chain code of binary. So
Yeah,
it's
ones
just a
and
bunch
zeros.
of ones and zeros, and whenever you delete a file, it just resets them all to 0. And I was just like, "Oh, that's crazy," but it makes sense. Like, that's what permanently deletes it. Just switch it to zeros. I don't know why that blew my mind, but it did at the time.
Well, then how can like computer forensic experts like deep dive into a hard, they plug it into the gigamonitron and then it recovers everything that you thought you had deleted.
I thought that's-
back to ones, Kyle. Come on,
Yeah, I was
Kyle.
about to say, turn those zeros back to ones. Turn
Ghosts
those
in the
zeros back to
machines.
ones. But that's probably what they do. I don't know. I don't know why I thought. I forget like computers are literally just ones and zeros because
That's what everything is.
to it. Because I didn't like grow up with computers like evolving. Like I kind of came into the race with when Windows 98 was the big hot dog, and then things just continued to get better. But yeah, they're ones and zeros.
Because if you think about it,
I'm high.
atoms are made up of neurons, which are just your pluses and minuses, which are essentially representations of ones and zeros.
We're in a simulation.
If you think about it as well, men are made up of ones and women are made up of zeros.
Because of the penis and the vagina.
Technically, women are
Here.
2 zeros and a
Put
guy
your
is a
finger on
0
this.
and a 1.
What?
XXXY.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle XY?
X and XX.
Yes.
It's what?
That's a show.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that show?
Kyle finally got it. I watched
Sponsor?
a little bit of Kyle XY. The whole no belly button thing freaked me out, I think.
Yeah, I just
I
remember
watched it 'cause
seeing
it was
those
Unnamed
like
sake.
advertisements at the mall where he's just like lifting his shirt and just looking like surprised into the
Like
into your soul.
who in the marketing team thought that the best advertisement for this entire show about a clone human being is a teenage boy lifting his shirt with the absence of a belly
It
button?
worked.
That's the only
That
thing I remember about the whole show.
worked.
I don't
It
remember a
worked.
single
It
detail about the
worked.
entire show except the commercial is that kid holding up his no belly button shirt.
But it worked. You watched
Bro,
the
it
show.
worked.
You don't remember the show, but you still remember that advertisement 12 years later.
I don't think I've ever seen a single episode of that show, but I remember that.
I don't even know
poster.
what the fuck you're talking about, to be honest.
Never heard or seen of Kyle XY.
He's a clone.
Of
The
what?
dad of like
Kyle XY?
a white suburban family is a scientist, and he creates a clone that's named Kyle
I thought
XY.
thought Kyle was gonna say the dad of a white supremacist.
I'm sharing my screen. But this is the exact poster that was all over the Parks Mall. So you see it, and then it reacts in your brain. You're like, I've definitely seen that before.
I feel like this chick
I've seen it
moved
before,
on.
but I've never registered
Look
that he
at the
doesn't have
family,
a belly
though. Click on
button.
the
I thought
family
it was
picture.
just like a generic white people.
No. Yeah, like the dinner table one.
Dinner table.
Like that's a white suburban family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like
So,
so
like,
like to murder everybody.
In the show, were they trying to keep
He
it a
doesn't have,
secret
like,
that he
emotions.
was?
He's like
Were they
an
trying to
amoeba.
keep it a secret that he was a clone from like everybody else, or for himself, or?
Both.
Anomaly, Kyle, not an amoeba.
They had to like teach him how to be a human.
Oh,
I remember that
That's-
much. Like he was like, he didn't understand stuff. Like he would do like the classic alien. Like he would like poke your face, like trying to figure out how to live.
I guess he would be a child depending on when he was out of the tube.
I remember there was some odd sexual scenes where like girls were trying to get with him because he was a good-looking dude, and he didn't know what was going on, and he felt scared.
I put my what and where?
Basically, Edward Scissorhands. He just, that's all.
Speaking of Edward
Hokey about
Scissorhands, has anybody kept up with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard?
I haven't been watching
I just know
the
it's
trial.
happening.
A little
I've been seeing,
bit,
like, here
yeah.
and there on the trial, but like I'll be scrolling through TikTok and like ABC News will be live, and I'll be like, oh, okay, huh? And then I'll just keep. Also,
Yeah.
like on that, this is like the first time in my recollection I've ever heard Johnny Depp's like normal. Is it?
Is not actor
Yeah,
voice.
it's 28-year-old.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's-
that's what he
it's very-
sounds like.
It's very gruff.
Yeah.
It's very like he just smoked a whole
Well, he
pack of
smokes-
cigarettes and drank
yeah.
a bottle of rum in a cellar that he's been trapped in for 8
He's been
years.
shouting
He's got
popcorn
an
at the
artist's
top of his
voice.
lungs.
It's actually
2
3
hours.
days, but nice. Yeah.
Anybody
That was
see
a
her
Pirates of
original
Character.
testimony from like 2016? Like
No.
she's like, it's weird. It's weird. You should look it up. It's super
Fun
weird.
fact, that's the Kyle makes. That's
What
the
was
face
she
Kyle makes
doing?
when he
Hold on.
ejaculates.
Let's not do that.
Oh, and we're canceled.
Redacted. Yeah.
No, I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of like her testimony or like her reaction to like videotapes of her talking about like her beating Johnny, where she's just like, "Oh, you're gonna tell him I hit you? Grow up, Johnny!" Like, tell Hollywood, see who cares. And like, you could see her like listening to it, and she's like smiling. And I'm just sitting here thinking, I'm like, I don't think it's like this is a case where it's like a jury of their peers. Otherwise, like, that bitch should definitely be guilty or whatever you want to call it.
Well, for peers or Hollywood actors, like that place is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel bad for Johnny. Johnny be good, you know. And
Johnny and Chris, honestly, they're all in the same boat
Yeah.
now.
Well, with Johnny, it's a little bit different because like it's a woman, and when it comes to like abuse physically in a relationship, if it's a guy getting abused, people take it a lot less serious than if it's a woman.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that by like
man up, pussy.
Hollywood, right? Like,
No.
whenever it was the accusation of Johnny beating Amber, it was Johnny got blackballed from the fucking market. Yeah,
He
like,
literally,
they
yeah,
cut him
he
out.
got
Only
removed.
who was it? The Cologne Dior is the only one that like stayed by his fucking side, and they those are real ones. On God, they've been holding it down. But you know, the tables turned. That information that Amber beat Johnny, you know, that was dropped like 2 or 3 years ago. Like, it's not brand new, and still acting.
She's
She's
gonna
an
be in the new
Aquaman, too.
She's still
Aquaman.
gonna be. That's nuts. So it's fucked.
I mean, Ezra Miller gets
Fuck,
arrested
mate.
twice, and he just can't be the Flash anymore.
Oh man,
Dude threw a chair. I don't know if you like saw the article.
At a woman.
Yeah, but like apparently she had asked him to leave,
Yeah.
and the man picked up a damn chair and threw it at her and hit her on the damn forehead.
He's
That's
definitely
a power
rude.
move.
What a throw,
To be
though.
honest, get out.
I want to know what kind of chair it was. We talking about a Rusty's like bar stool? That thing would hurt.
Facts.
That's
She
what- I
apparently
think
she had like
it's got to be like a bar
she had
chair.
a gash, like an inch-long gash on her forehead, but she
Yes, she
refrained.
does.
That's a big inch.
She refrained from treatment.
It's an average inch.
About an inch or two.
That's like 6 inches you just did right there.
Yeah,
So I don't know what you're
100%.
talking about. Yeah,
But yeah, and he's being
it's a good.
he got picked
8
up on
inches.
felony charges.
DC Universe is just cursed.
Yeah, they are cursed for sure.
We'll see,
I just
because
want-
didn't Warner
I want-
Brothers just buy them? Or not Warner Brothers, but Discovery. Discovery bought Warner Brothers.
That's not gonna. No,
Yeah,
Discovery's
no, because
owned by
Discovery is
Disney.
owned by Disney.
I'm pretty sure there was something.
Well, if that's the case, then Disney now owns.
They can't own both, right?
They can. They probably plan to in the future, but
Can't- You think they
They're
really
Discovery
can?
investors, so I guess it's
that has
AT&T.
to
I don't
be a
think they
monopoly. I mean, I guess technically not a monopoly. They're just the two big.
History. Is History owned by Disney? National Geographic.
Geographic.
National Geographic.
Yeah, Discovery then.
National
Discovery
Geographic
investors
just
bought Warner Brothers for $43 billion in March.
Why does Discovery have $43 billion?
Fuck if I know.
The
Shark
MythBusters
Week-
isn't on anymore.
Shark Week?
Yeah, I mean, people. Shark Week is still
They
relevant.
really out
They're
here.
really out here. Shark Week.
What's the
$43
last
billion
Shark Week you
is
watched?
so much money.
I haven't watched Discovery
It's what it
Channel
costs on Twitter.
since MythBusters existed.
That's what I'm saying. MythBusters and Dirty Jobs are the only cool things I remember from Discovery
Dirty Jobs
Channel,
is
and
the
they have
shit.
not been on.
Shark
I wanna
Week?
say in a
Come
decade.
on.
Yeah, don't hate on the Sharks.
I
I
hate
don't hate on the
Sharks.
Shark. The Shark Week is just whatever to me. To be
Shark
honest.
Week?
Everything's whatever to you, Nathan, so it's irrelevant. Rock hater.
True. Of course you don't like Discovery Channel. You don't even like The Rock.
Fuck out of here.
I don't even like Attack on Titan.
And rocks are discovered. Okay.
Of course, he doesn't like Discovery because he doesn't like mystery and not knowing what's going on because it's important to the plot.
Repetitive action movies.
I actually just realized I'm super behind on Attack on Titan now. I just forgot about it.
I'm behind on
Yeah.
everything because I don't have an anime subscription and none of the dubs are released on mainstream streaming services
So,
yet.
I mean,
Is it on Hulu?
Not the dub.
Not Attack on Titan, not in the newest
Dub
Attack on
usually
Titan
doesn't
or the
come
newest
out
Demon Slayer
until
or
like,
the newest
the
My
season's
Hero.
done.
Yeah, the whole season
Watch
usually has
up.
to be done, and then even staying it still like 3 months.
I thought, well, at least the first part of season 4 of Attack on Titan. I thought I
Yes,
remember
the
watching
first
the
half
dub.
is done.
No, I remember
But
watching it like it would be like maybe 1 or 2 episodes behind.
yeah, it was.
I thought they were doing.
That's how it was, but I guess they just
Not
changed
this
it.
season.
I don't know. But
Sucks.
But I'm waiting for Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, and the newest season of My Hero to all be dubbed.
I still need to watch Demon Slayer.
it's so good. Oh my god.
I just want to watch the anime.
I
The
got
animation
like
is
a couple
phenomenal.
episodes into My Hero.
What'd you say?
So I got like a couple episodes into the newest season, or one of the newer seasons of My Hero.
Season 5?
Whereas like
That's the
The
new
one
season.
right
think
after
so,
they leave
like-
the villain house?
The one right after season 4.
Salad.
it's the two classes, like they're like kind of like they graduate classes, 2 classes against each other. Kid with the weird belly button power.
They do that
Yeah.
like every season.
Yeah, that's every season. But the beginning of the
I
season,
don't know.
Yeah,
I
they're
wanna say
taking
the beginning-
turns, like teams of 4 and 5.
it should be a
Are they fighting in that like steel area?
In like a big metal.
Okay, yeah, that's the new
gray
season.
yeah. That's the beginning of the news.
I fell behind in Attack on Titan. I probably got through like the first 6 episodes, and then it was like filler, and I was like, okay. And then Drew was like, just give it a couple episodes, it'll pick up, and I was like, okay, cool.
There's no
And
filler.
then they were like, oh, this isn't the last season, and I was like, I immediately stopped caring. I don't care anymore. Like
They're doing another season.
yes, I'm over it. Like I'm gonna watch it. Don't get me wrong; it's still really good, but it's not as
Yeah,
it doesn't.
I kind of want to
it's-
just gonna wait for it to be done.
It doesn't hold as
honestly.
much of a.
I guess I need to find an anime podcast to join so I can talk about this stuff.
I mean, it doesn't
So,
hold
let's
as
stop
as
What
good
movie
of a
just came
grip
out?
on my
Jujutsu
heart.
Kaisen?
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
Yeah.
I need to watch
That
that.
looks really good. Yeah.
I've heard good things about the movie. I've heard really good things about the movie.
I have heard good.
I
Things
still haven't
about
seen
it
it.
as well.
I know a
Maybe
couple
we'll
people
go
who
see it
saw
this
it.
weekend.
I need to see if it's still.
And then the only person here who's seen the Harry Potter movie is Drew.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because I had the
It's good.
flu.
I like
I had
it.
the flu the weekend it came out. I'm gonna try to go this weekend.
It
God.
was pretty good.
I thought we were watching
There
it
you
together,
go.
so that's why I didn't
I'm
go.
gonna take Natalie probably for her birthday.
I guess I'll just take Emily. Nathan, who are you going with?
I took Clarissa.
Oh, you want to go again?
Just go see it
Come
by
see it with us
myself,
if you
to
want.
be honest.
Me?
If we make it a squad thing, it could still be a birthday thing.
You're gonna
I
get
still-
drunk
But I
afterwards.
can't bring just Nathan to the birthday thing.
No, it's just
I'm
it's
sure
it's
me
for
and
the
Clarissa
birthday.
wouldn't mind. I have to ask her.
No, he's coming for your birthday, babe.
I remember one time I invited Suf to an anniversary dinner with a girl that I was dating because I didn't know it was an anniversary dinner.
Solid move.
I
Why don't you go ahead and clock
when
out
I
for me, Nathan?
originally wanted to see it on that Friday, but I went to go see Saturday, and like I knew Clarissa wanted to go see it, so I was just like, all right, I'll hold off. I'll text her, be like, hey, can you stay up after you get off of work on Friday? We'll go see the movie. I'll pay for everything. And then I was like, all right, I guess I won't see a movie by myself today. Fuck. And then I forgot the Sonic 2's out, and I want to see Sonic 2.
Ooh, that looks so good. I'm gonna take my daughter to go
Right?
see that. You want to come
And
with
then, and then I don't know if you guys. I'm sure you guys have seen advertisement for it, but I think it's called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Well, that's a Marvel, right?
No,
It's a
no,
DC?
I think it's an A24 film. It has nothing to do with comic books. It's just an original story.
Oh, I saw it linked with a bunch of stuff.
It's probably linked because Marvel just did a bunch of time travel shit and multi-dimensional shit. But for people who don't know, it's about a lady. If you ever seen Jet Li's The One, it's like that sort of, but instead
Great
of
movie.
killing people to gain their power, she's able just to tap into their potential and their skills in multi-dimension. So one of the scenes in the trailer is her in another dimension where she's like a sushi chef or whatever that restaurant type is that people go to where they cook in front of you. So then
Hibachi.
hibachi. So she's really good with knives. So she taps into that in a fight, and then all of a sudden she's really good with knives. That's about as much as I know about the movie. I think it's an A24 film, which usually they have really good movies. Let me double check. Yeah, it's an A24 film, so it probably has a good twist.
What's it called?
And a very good plot.
Everything,
points.
everywhere, all at once.
Yes. Looks
Yes,
really
I did see that trailer. It does give very Jet Li The One vibes,
The
which
One
was a
vibes,
great
yeah.
movie
Yeah,
from
that's
the
a really good
90s.
movie.
It's a solid
Isn't
movie
it
from
early
the 90s.
2000s? I don't know. It's one of those late 90s, early 2000s action flicks that still are kind of badass.
Well, it had I love really original themes. Like Minority Report was a super solid one because I love when you watch it, you don't know what's going on. Have y'all seen the new Is it Mel Gibson? The one where he runs a sleep shop. It's on HBO Max. He runs it's the future, and he runs a sleep shop, and it's a post-apocalyptic kind of world. And then he eventually has to go out and do stuff with guns and shit. I don't want looking for his wife his love of his life who got mixed up with gangsters. Essentially what happens is, without ruining any of the plot, right? This happens in the first 10 minutes. But it sets up the story. So this guy, he runs an escape. Think of Blade Runner 2049, where they go into the shop and they're all hooked up and they're living out their dreams, right? It's like that, except it's your memories and you can revisit your best memories, right? So this guy runs a shop where you go in there and you relive your best memories and you pay in a dream state, right? And he's kind of addicted to it himself, right? Because he's going in every night at work to remember the love of his life, right? Hugh Jackman, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And he gets a late walk-in right after they close, and it's this woman, and she can't remember where her keys are, right? So he decides to help her out because it's raining, right? And so he puts her in, goes into her memory to help her track her keys, and they get in the memory, and he sees the woman that he's been obsessing over, right? And then he goes down a rabbit hole, and she's tied up in wasteland, what's the movie where they shoot the spray paint into their mouth?
And we got cocktail delivery.
Mad Max.
No, this is just a ginger ale, my guy.
Witness me.
Mad Max, yeah, like Fury Road style, apocalyptic gangsters. Like she's like wrapped up with them, and it's a pretty good movie.
I
It
just
never
started
really got any
watching-
hype though.
I started it and never finished it. I think I got like 30 minutes in, and I think I fell asleep or something.
I started watching Outer Range on Amazon.
Oh, is that good?
Prime.
I've been wanting to watch that.
It's very interesting. It's weird. I like weird shit.
Did anybody ever
Uh,
watch The Expanse? I wanted to watch that so many times. I just haven't started it. I've heard good things.
I'm on the same boat as you. I hear a lot of good things.
I've just
and I
never
just-
started it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Kyle, I think you would like Outer World. I won't talk about it too much just because I've only watched the first couple episodes, so I don't want to
Outer
spoil
Banks,
anything.
right? Outer World?
Outer Range.
Range.
Yeah, it's like about a dude that owns a farm, and he's kind of fighting for the rights to it, and then a mysterious void just appears on his land that's like pretty big. It's a literal void, like you can't see through it. You can't like it's like a astral type of thing. It's weird.
Like a rip in space time.
yeah,
So it turned like country to old men to sci-fi real quick.
yeah, yeah. Like I won't say too much, but he falls through it at some point, and you kind of get to see what's on the other side. And when you see what's on the other side, it's like, what the fuck?
Did we watch
So
Utopia on Amazon Prime? That was a great show. Drew, you would like it a lot.
I'll check it out.
So it's about there's a comic book series that dropped like 4 or 5 years ago called Dystopia, right? And it's full of clues about major tragic events that's happened, right? So there's a huge following. It's a comic book, it's like a graphic novel series or a comic book series that drops like several years ago from when the show starts. And people have uncovered clues in it that revealed giant epidemic events like plague outbursts and like plane crashes and shit hidden in the drawings of the comic book. And the show opens, this guy is cleaning out his like granddad's attic, and he finds Utopia, which is the sequel. And his dad, who had just died, was in a mental hospital. Apparently he's the undisclosed artist of Dystopia, and he was in a mental hospital, and so he has the only copy of Utopia, and then like a series of events unravel.
I think I've heard about
stupid
it.
how shows work.
It's super good, super good. I binged it. It's like 8 episodes.
I've been like looking for a show that like I don't just put on to watch.
Put
like,
on
something that I'm
Utopia.
actually invested in. So
Watch-
I'll probably check that out.
If you watch episode 1 tonight, you might end up binging over the next couple
Well,
days.
even shows that I'm not super interested in, I'll still, if I like start it like at midnight, I'll stay up till like 4 trying to binge it all. Like, just because I'm trying to get a dopamine hit or something. Because like I started watching Upload on Amazon Plus or Amazon
On Prime.
Prime, and it's an okay show, but I stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning watching season 4 or season 1 just because I was just like, well, I kind of want to see where things go, but I wasn't invested in anything or like.
Like I have a TV in my room, but I'd rarely watch it for that specific reason. Like I mostly watch TV like in the office, or in our office, just because I'll do the same thing. Even if I'm not that interested in the show, even if I'm just watching like rewatching something I've already seen, I'll still stay up and like keep watching it later than I should. So I just don't
Cruel
watch TV
Summer was a
very
pretty
often.
good show. It's about a girl in high school who basically like gets accused of like having to do with another girl disappearing, and the plot is pretty good, but the storytelling is really well. So they have three simultaneous timelines. So like the beginning, the middle, and the end, and each episode goes through each of the like hops around those 3 timelines for a different character in the circle of the story. So like Like at the beginning of an episode, it'll be about like the blonde girl, right? And it'll have like a scene of her like in the beginning timeline, right? So like the first part of the first part, and then the first part of the middle part, and then the first part of the end part, and it'll kind of follow those three streams of time as it tells the story from each perspective, which is just a cool cinematic way to like tell a story, in my opinion. But then the ending's crazy for sure.
The newest episode of Moon Knight was pretty fucking crazy.
Super good for sure.
Yeah. I watched that.
I like
They
what
did a
the
very good job with like the creepy horror with like whatever the thing crawling around was.
and then it like
Yeah.
snatches her.
And
Oh,
then-
you're talking about
yeah.
today's episode?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't watched today's episode. Sorry, I forgot it's Wednesday. I've been sick.
it's Wednesday.
I
my
just
dudes.
I just watched last Wednesday's episode on Monday. But
It's
if we
a
want to
pretty
talk
good
about
show so far.
episode 3, we could do that.
Episode 3 was also really good, but this upcoming episode.
Super solid. I'll probably watch it tonight or tomorrow.
Can we talk about one of the biggest fumbles so far this year? I mean, depending on who you ask, I think this is a huge fumble. But Aesop Rocky cheating on Rihanna.
So I've seen a lot of things about that, right? And
I didn't even know he was with Rihanna.
Yeah, she's having his child.
They were like engaged.
So-
yeah,
The person that leaked
that's
that
why.
tweet came out and retracted it, and basically stated that it was unverified, and I mean, it necessarily wasn't their business, obviously. Yeah, blah 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 blah.
yeah.
But they retracted their statement. But on the up and coming news of ASAP Rocky, he was arrested today in regards to a shooting at an airport last year, in 2020, 2019, something like that. So yeah, he's looking at like assault with a deadly weapon. That was the charge he was arrested on.
Crazy.
It's NLE Chopper. Is it? Who just got off? He's his lawyer.
I saw a TikTok. I think my chick posted it, and it was just like, "Damn!" It was like a dude. And he's like, "Man, we really ain't shit."
Yeah, I saw that.
that.
My first thought after
Who cheats on Rihanna?
hearing the statement was retracted and that it was false, it's like, man, maybe we are shit. Maybe we are shit.
We ain't shit, bro.
Yeah, to cheat on Rihanna while she's pregnant with your child. Yeah,
Pregnant with your child.
that's a bag fumble for real, for real.
Famous people gonna famous.
Bags.
John Mulaney was married to Olivia Munn. And then he was like, I like cocaine and being single.
Can't
Didn't he-
relate.
He's already with somebody, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I forgot who he's with. I think it's somebody famous.
But he literally just had a baby with Olivia Munn.
I mean,
Yeah, he
whenever people are like men ain't shit, I'm just like Henry Cavill. That's
Yeah.
that's the
Jack
precipice.
I
Black.
mean, that's Superman.
Like that's the precipice, bro. That's what like if there was like one person that I was like, that's how I'm basing my whole life off of, it'd be Henry Cavill. Like he even has a girlfriend now, and he doesn't like flaunt her on social media and shit.
No,
like,
he made a post asking people not to like talk about them. And he's just like,
Yeah.
it's just this is
And
my
he, like,
girlfriend.
Shut up, Carl.
he like I know I said not.
His girlfriend's name out your mouth.
No, shut
And
up.
like I don't know, he like doesn't really like do the whole like famous thing himself, right? Like he goes to events and stuff, but like he really do just be like weaving
I'm just
and
gonna
like
I'm just gonna
chilling in the
build my
house.
computers, paint my figures, and just
he
play
plays
some
Warhammer, which apparently
Oh, yeah,
is like
Warhammer.
a big thing, but I'm seeing this in 2 dimensions right now.
That shit just fucking. I really need to just take it down, honestly, but
The universe really just said, I guess this is a 3-person podcast.
Bags. I'm trying to snuff you out. That's
So Final
hilarious.
Destination shit. Hold on, we're gonna get nudity striked.
You're right.
it's like
Just take it down. Just whip it down.
Nathan Roman, tear down that wall.
Y'all remember when in like the late 90s even maybe There used to be this like white putty that came in like square chalk
Yeah,
like
sticky
pieces, and you'd whip it out, you rip it off, and that's how you would egg
Sticky
shit.
tack.
Like who the fuck thought that was gonna work?
That shit worked.
No, it
I
did.
thought
so
it worked.
Yeah, Dad.
That shit fell down all the
Oh,
time.
shot. Yeah, because it fell down because kids motherfucker would be ripping that bitch down, and they would just use the same sticky tack to put
It's
it back
mad
up.
uneven, but
That shit
whatever.
is crazy uneven.
I was just trying to get it in at this
That's what he
point.
said.
Ladies.
Oh, gross.
Hey,
Not me
shoot or
picturing
shoot, bro.
Nathan with a
Shoot
woman.
or shoot.
Did you? I'm just on Twitter, just trying to look at topics. I did not know. Granted, it's been delayed. That Across the Spider-Verse was a two-parter. It's supposed to be a two-parter movie.
I didn't know that either. That sounds terrible, though. I hate two-parter movies.
What if one part's animated, the other part's live
That'd be
action?
crazy.
That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
I'd be with it. Get my boy Miles Fox on it. Is that his name? I just want to say his name right. Miles Fox. No, I don't think that's the thing. Miles Brown. Yeah.
Oh.
I did not know that.
So anybody have anything exciting happen this week?
I had the flu.
And no flu
Yeah.
game. What a shame. Nope. Been playing a lot of Valorant.
No. Yeah, I mean,
No. Just been
Where
chilling.
did we decide to go?
New Orleans. No.
oh, on y'all's trip,
Yeah, I don't know. New Orleans,
Alaska, right?
Go to Alaska.
For those of you who don't know, Eric and Kyle are planning on going on a trip together, on a little boycation, little brocation.
Yeah, thank you. Vocation
Yeah.
does not sound
We
right.
we going to
Oh.
Neverland, bro?
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself.
Going to Thailand.
A brocation, and they're trying to figure out where they're going to go.
think we're going to New Orleans.
Alaska's off limits.
New Orleans has
It's
the
been
flights look good for
restricted.
New Orleans. So also Belle
And
Delphine
a part of the
is
drama
Distinguished
is
established
Kyle
out
doesn't
of
want
the
to go
country
anywhere
is
where
off
he's
limits.
already been.
I don't have a
So-
passport.
I wants to do outdoorsy shit. Eric, not so much.
There's outdoorsy things to do in New Orleans.
And now you're caught up.
I wanted to rent a houseboat, buy sandwich
Eric wants
meat and
to
a
get
lot of
some good
beer,
food.
and just wake up and fish every day.
That's the
Fish,
most bro thing you
swim.
could probably do.
Facts. I go to the damn bar.
Sandwich
bro.
meat, beer.
Yeah, switch out boat with horse and you rode Brokeback Mountain, really.
Switch
So-
out
I
horse
can't
with
quit
Eric.
you.
I'm gonna
And I
call you
can
my
put it
name.
on.
I'll break your back.
On a mountain. Where's that from?
What's up?
Up on a mountain. I can't remember. That's
I
it.
don't know, but for the people just listening and not watching, I just ate an Uncrustable, and I gotta say, honestly, one of the best inventions.
I still want to try one
that's ever
fried.
graced the market.
That's such a Texan thing to
I feel
say.
like one fried would be.
I mean, that would probably be good,
You know,
but
probably that shit would
something
slap.
about it being cold.
Yeah.
You can also just
Eric, I
put
can't
sandwiches
hear you.
in the fridge if you want. Hey, do you put your bread in the fridge?
No.
Who does
I
that?
put my bread in the freezer whenever I buy 2 loaves of bread.
Why would you ever buy 2 loaves of bread that you don't?
Well- That's a
good
the
price,
second
Kyle.
one until
Well,
later?
Kyle, it's more
Fuck.
of a smart thing to do now. Well, first off, I go through bread like a motherfucker, and then second off, because of the war in Ukraine,
You ever
it's
heard of
probably a
this
good
thing
idea to
called
kind of stockpile on
inflation?
some bread if you can. Because
First of all,
Russia is one
if
of the
I-
largest contributors of wheat to the world. So
I mean, if I ever just had to not ever get another loaf of bread, not like bread material in general, but if we're talking strictly loaf of bread, like if I never had to buy another loaf of bread, I think it could be all right.
I like bread, bro. I don't think I could do that.
I mean, bread's like super
Yeah,
easy
so
to
many
make at home
sandwich
too.
choices.
Eric, you're muted.
Oh, what?
But
Am
Yeah, he's muted.
Yeah, you're muted for sure, bro.
I? Get in the podcast.
Welcome back to SpaceBar.
Now he can't talk and his face freezes.
it looks like he just flashbanged himself for a second.
Do you not like? This might be like a black thing, but like having bread with like a meal is like kind of a thing.
Bread and spaghetti.
Only barbecue. And
heard that.
with the spaghetti,
Barbecue.
only garlic bread.
That tells me you didn't grow up
no.
poor, Kyle. Like that.
I mean,
Bitch, I
garlic
used to
bread is
make hot
preferred,
dog
but
sandwiches out of single
regular.
pieces of
you ever
bread.
made a fucking a syrup sandwich?
You ever made a macaroni and cheese sandwich?
No, Kyle, because we didn't have macaroni and
fuck
cheese
outta
growing
here.
up. Syrup sandwiches.
First of all, macaroni and cheese
you
is
ever had
like
a kachane
as cheap
sandwich?
as ramen.
No.
I
All
don't
right
even know
then.
what kachane is.
All right, that tells me you
Fuck
were a
outta
middle
here.
class family, Kyle. Thank you very
Ketchup.
much.
First of all,
Mayonnaise
I
and
know you
ketchup.
did not grow up poor, Eric. So I don't know why you're coming at me.
How do you know that, Kyle?
Because I know your family.
Now,
Everybody wants to be on you when you already glowed up. You know what
I'm
saying,
sad, bro.
Shit.
Kyle, I rode the struggle bus for quite a while. I'm gonna just leave it at that. But black people eat bread with a
Ride
lot
these
of like
nuts.
food, spaghetti, white bread. Call it a day. Got to make a white bread and spaghetti
like
taco, bro.
any meat that you have, bro. You just have a piece of bread with it. You can put it on that piece of bread and nom, 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 nom.
My family, it was either bread or tortilla. Like, no, even if it was like Mexican food
They're
or
the
not,
same
they were
thing.
usually tortillas on
Yeah,
the.
same thing.
I mean, it's not a sandwich.
No,
Unless you use two tortillas.
I'm saying if you take a
So
if you
you-
take a piece of bread, right? Like imagine this in your mind.
Honestly, probably
You take
a
a piece of
leading
white bread,
factor
you
to
get
my
a
dad's heart
rolling
attack.
pin, and you roll that bitch flat. It's
Flour
a tortilla.
flour tortilla.
Thank you. It's a flour tortilla. Anyways, I was just saying, bread is super easy to make, like at home. So
I watched a TikTok
still
on
need
how to make
wheat
flour tortillas
to
the
make
other day.
flour,
Yeah, for
or
sure.
if you're gonna buy your flour, flour is made out of wheat.
yeah,
My mom used to make them
but
growing
it's like
up all
super
the
easy to
time.
make.
My mom used to make rosemary bread a lot growing up.
That's lit.
I bet there's enough
That shit was fire.
stockpiled flour in the United States to last a really long
A
time.
lot of fucking Texas
They
makes a lot of flour. Texas red wheat.
his prices are gonna go up. Is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna say there's not gonna be any bread. What I'm gonna say is bread's gonna be expensive because I think I read an article. There's like a third of the world's contributor to wheat.
Yeah.
So
My girl would just
big
making
number.
fucking focaccia bread at the house some days. So straight on bread.
what the fuck you just call me? Focaccia.
Focaccia. The best type of
Oh,
The
bread.
green guy?
Best type of bread.
Is that gluten-free bread?
You can make it gluten free for sure.
You just don't put gluten in it, Drew.
Duh.
Fuck.
I don't even know what gluten is.
It's wheat.
so
It's like a make markup of wheat. So, but they make like 1-to-1 gluten free flour. It's expensive as shit. It's just like $8 a pound, and I think that's like on the cheap end.
yeah, I mean, I feel like it's expensive the same way like Shaquille O'Neal's shoes are expensive because it's only
thought they
for a
were
very
cheap.
small group of people.
Yeah,
Everybody, I feel like
Huh?
gluten allergies aren't that prevalent.
I mean, I think they're gaining popularity now. Like especially,
I think gluten-free is gaining popularity.
We're talking
for,
about
like,
Shaq shoes
health
or
benefits.
gluten-free stuff.
I was using an analogy, Kyle. Analogy is something where you compare one thing to another to try to bring light.
Well, I just saw a
to
TikTok on
a
Shaquille
point.
O'Neal shoes, and it was saying that he made them super cheap because like a lady.
No, I didn't mean his. I had some of those shoes. That's how you know I was a struggle kid. I had two pairs.
Different.
No, not his like brand, like his actual shoes, like his size 17 shoes.
Oh,
or
the shoes
whatever.
that he wears,
Yeah.
not the shoes that he produces.
Yes. Or used to produce. Dude, they used to sell those. I think the Parks Mall had this store. It's where
Maybe Marberries.
Starbur, yeah.
Starberry. Yeah.
Stuff on Marbury
it
store.
wasn't no.
My favorite store at the Parks Mall was Sharper Image.
Oops, I'm sorry. I forgot I was talking. I apologize, Kyle. Go ahead.
I mean, you couldn't think of the name of the store. What were we supposed to just sit here and continue to guess store names till the end of time?
I think you're thinking of Starbur. It was a
Sharper
monster
Image
store.
was pretty
It
neat.
was huge, right?
It was where round one is in the Parks Mall,
Yeah,
I think.
Starbury.
And it,
Yeah, literally Starberry.
I don't think it was Star. It was
It was. Doesn't matter what you think.
It was Starbury. It was
we're talking about the Sharper Image, Drew, but now we're here.
Oh my god.
so. Was it just shoes?
No, shoes and t-shirts.
No, it was like a whole it was like shoes, t-shirt. It was athletic, like leisure.
Yeah, but they had some of the
wear
most
type shit,
comical
like
shirts.
basketball shorts. Yeah, I got some pretty cool shirts. I got like Venom.
It was Stephen Boris. I knew it was too names. It's not Starberries. It was Stephen Berries. So fuck you, Eric. Fuck you, Nathan. Don't gaslight me again. You dumb fuck.
His name is Stefan Marbury.
Oh, so come down to Andrew and Blackman's. Shut the fuck up, motherfucker. I hate you, you dumb bitch. It was Stephen Berries.
No, it wasn't.
Picture. It's Stephen Berries. I was like, it's two names. It's like Ben and Jerry's, but I can't think of it. Stephen Berries, University Sportswear.
Y'all hear the Ben and Jerry's thing? Speaking of Ben and Jerry's,
Ben and Jerry's and Barnes and Noble.
I keep trying to Google it, but it just keeps pulling up a person named Stephen Barry.
You guys, it's like the equivalent of Whataburger and Waterburger is what you guys are doing right now.
I actually don't get pissed when people say Whataburger.
Whataburger.
I don't,
Like, who cares?
What a
Like,
burger.
but I do make it a point to say Whataburger.
I haven't had Whataburger in a hot minute.
They just dropped the new burger. I can't remember what it's called though. It's like
I
a
always get the
Southern
same thing.
classic or some shit. I don't know.
I'm
They're
the same
trying too
thing
hard.
always.
Ever
there,
since their
guy.
Chicago takeover, their fucking shit's gone downhill, especially around here. But I think it also had to do with the pandemic, right? Like just finding good workers that were willing to accept that pay wage. So now, like they had kids, and it felt like the kids just weren't managed, and they just didn't give a fuck. But now,
Yeah. Well, it's because they can't pay the managers.
yeah. But now
It's
they
not the
got-
kids that are the trouble. It's
Also,
the
like
managers.
I feel like the backbone of Whataburger, and this may be a hot take, is black
Meth
people.
heads.
No, it's black people.
Oh.
Like black people
Same
working at
difference.
Whataburger. Like that's how I know my patty melt is gonna be extra buttery. My toast is gonna be stiff yet soggy because they fucking put half a goddamn stick of butter, melted that bitch, and sopped it all up, and then let that bread cook. Right.
Hot take. I don't get what the
I
fuss
don't
about
like
the
black
patty
people.
melt is.
Right.
The triple
It's not
meat,
a
triple
hot
cheese
take,
with bacon
Nathan. A
every
hot
time.
take is something unexpected. You
Triple
fucking hate
every
everything,
time.
so it's just a cold take at this
No,
point.
for the patty melt, it's just
We have an
regular-ass burger.
episode
I don't-
Like if I'm
dedicated
going
to
to
you
Wendy's-
called Nathan Hates Everything. It's no longer a hot take.
I'm getting a spicy chicken sandwich
Facts.
or a Baconator.
I used to be fucking with the sweet and spicy bacon burger until they took that off the menu.
It's still on the menu.
Oh, did
literally
they?
still on
They
the
take it off and they take it off sometimes.
They haven't taken
and
that
put
off
it
the
back
menu in
on.
like 5 years, buddy.
It's one of their greats. It's like that, the patty
okay.
melt,
Didn't even know what he's talking
I'd be getting the chicken strip sandwich,
They're regular, like, they're
the
spicy
buffalo
chicken
chicken
sandwich.
strip
It's good
sandwich.
too.
I'd be getting that on Texas toast,
The honey butter chicken
or just
biscuit.
a regular.
They just dropped a.
There's a spicy honey butter
Yeah,
chicken,
but they
biscuit
removed the
now.
jalapeno
And, like,
cheddar biscuit, which is.
I do fuck with their breakfast. Probably one of the
Their breakfast
heaviest
burgers.
out of like the
Fire.
majority
Chick-fil-A's
fast food
breakfast.
Chick-fil-A's
is
breakfast
top
is
tier.
S tier as well.
It's
The
so
tray
fucking
of
good.
the mini biscuit with the like little buns are so
Just
good.
it.
The buns are like a little bit sweet.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
They also
God,
have
they're so
their
good.
biscuits
and
are
honey
really
mustard.
good too.
There's just a dude back there just pumping loads out on every order before it goes out.
Shot. He eats like
He's
a lot of
exhausted
pineapple.
by the end of the day.
He's
He's
drinking
Give that nigga my
Chick-fil-A
number.
at 11:30. He's like,
I mean, when you're not having
his
premarital
number.
sex,
"Go
man.
home, John. You're good for the day. To see you back here at 6 a.m. I'll be here.
No, just one more.
I'll be
I'm putting
here."
in my 2 weeks of getting married.
Yeah, their biscuits are super good too, though. I like their biscuit sandwiches. One of my
Biscuits in
favorite.
general are just fantastic.
Thanks.
You know?
I just
Just
fucked with
a backtrack a
Popeyes
little
in a
bit.
second either.
I want to try their fish
Popeyes?
sandwich. Fish sandwich.
I don't think I
sandwich.
ever fuck with a fish sandwich.
Well, they just dropped. Like, a new
I recently
fish
got the
sandwich.
Filet-O-Fish because I feel like you and Eric told me
Yeah,
that it
they
slaps,
did,
and
I
then I
will
got it,
never
and I was
get
like,
that ever.
See, the reason here, I'll show you why. Ready?
I just had a filet of fish.
There you
I
go.
just had one of them motherfuckers last week. Them shit still slap. In 2022,
They're still
filet of
gonna
fish is
slap.
hit.
Because I used to be on the same
Savage.
boat where I thought, I was like, fish from McDonald's, that's fucking gross. I'll never eat that. And then I had one. I was like, I've been missing out my whole
Oh,
life.
God,
on
them
this
shit slap,
This
bro.
shit's good.
I think it's their tartar sauce.
Bro.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
it's the cheese
True.
and the tartar
But I had-
sauce
so-
and that bun is soft.
I had Culver's
Like
for
the
the first
softest
time the
bun.
other day. Burgers slap. Their burgers are a hit. And I was like,
I don't think
I was like, let me get one of their fish sandwiches. So I had one, and it's like a It's like on a hoagie kind of little roll, and it's just like a long strip of like fresh cod. The fish was good quality, but the sandwich fucking sucked. So I think it comes down to like tartar sauce as well. McDonald's tartar sauce is really good for that sandwich.
It's a good sandwich. It's a very good sandwich.
Underrated.
It's me.
Underrated, bro.
I'm not a tartar sauce guy to begin with.
Yeah,
I'm not either.
Treat your fish
McDonald's
with
tartar sauce, though.
barbecue sauce.
I like
So what, if
horseradish
it's
with
barbecue
like
sauce?
sushi, but that's about it.
Ugh.
What do you eat
I mean,
your
that's
fish
all-
sticks
that's-
with?
What do I eat my
Sauce
fish
is-
sticks? Nothing, because I don't eat fish sticks.
Yeah, I'm
I
with
eat
you on
fish
that one.
sticks.
I know you be eating fish sticks.
I mean, I've
But that
eaten
was
fish
literally
sticks.
just because
You're
like
a
I
gay
was
fish.
in the store and I saw him. Yeah,
Sorry.
Throwback.
Had to.
yeah. I was just like in the grocery store, I think, and I saw him, and it was a pretty big bag, so they lasted a while.
I haven't had a fish stick in forever, but I mean, I would eat them.
I've had
I don't
one recently because my kids are fucking with them heavy right now because they're at that age.
Yeah.
And I ate one. I was like, yeah, this fucking sucks.
It sucked as a kid. I've never liked fish sticks growing up.
I didn't hate him, but it was. I think I was just also just trying to figure out shit to cook in my air fryer. I was like, let's see if this makes
Green
fish
beans.
sticks better.
Parmesan, garlic, green beans are so good in
Air fryers are also just
I thought
a
you said
game changer, period.
Free beans. And I was like, you just throw beans in your air
You gotta
fryer.
air fry pizza rolls,
Loose.
bro.
No, he was locked up. We
loosey-goosey.
tried to free him from Even Stevens, free beans.
Oh, shut.
Maybe
Just to backtrack a little bit. Did you guys shop a lot at Steve & Barry's?
Yeah, I did.
Strawberries?
Marbury's.
Yeah, I did.
No, it's worth. We were thinking about different stores, but I don't.
No, it
I
was
don't
Stephen Barry's.
I've never been to
That's
Stephen
the
Barry's.
store. It's not Starbury. Starbury was the brand, I think, but
yeah,
the store was
Starbur's
Stephen Barry.
is yeah.
And yeah, I did quite a bit of shopping there. Their shirts were
Bro.
fucking S tier, bro.
They were,
I got kicked out of
and they were
school
cheap.
on a regular occurrence. Not kicked out, but like you need to take that shirt off and wear something else, or flip it inside out. Blah 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 blah. You can be wearing that on a regular occurrence because of the shirts I got from that store.
Yeah, it was just
S
like
tier.
the best part of Hot Topic and
I remember-
Spencer's all at once.
I remember I tried to get my mom to buy me they had a Triple H shirt there, and she wouldn't let me buy it because she said it was blasphemous because it said Triple H, King of Kings, and she was like, "He's not the King of Kings, Jesus."
You are not him. You are not him.
Who's that from?
TikTok.
That just was from something.
TikTok.
It's a TikTok.
Fucking Gideon
yeah.
at the bowling alley.
Gideon.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, yeah.
Gideon
I am
is
him. I am
classic
him.
sometimes. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
But no, but I am him. You were not him. Well, not him, but I am him.
That was hilarious.
I love old white lady.
It's so weird that, like, I was kind of thinking about it the other day, like, especially with the Harry Potter thing. Like, the early 2000s was Christianity was so weird with what they were fucking with and what they weren't fucking with.
Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, not a good thing apparently. Now
I had
anime's the
Pokemon
biggest
cards.
thing.
Yeah.
Fucking Harry Potter.
Fuck with me, I have the power of God and anime on my side.
What else do you need in this world?
That was my best impersonation of an anime intro.
Solid.
That's
Good work.
no. You're the only person that I think on this podcast can get away with that. So,
Anime is Japanese.
like sometimes
first
I
of
do
all.
for. Yeah, I
Hey, do you know
guess.
what Japanese
but-
did to the Koreans? It's an atrocity.
That's my
That's
revenge
real.
right there.
Exactly.
Damn it, I almost went to the Bobby Lee's impersonation of his dad talking, and I stopped myself just in time.
It's so I don't know why that's like the Asian accent is like one of the most like widely spread accents to like. I mean, granted, not so much these days.
I feel
but
like
that's been
nobody
the,
gives
the
a
most
fuck about Asian. If anything, they're like making it more okay. Have you heard about like Harvard like getting in trouble because they hold Asians to a higher standard because too many were getting into their school?
No.
Like, so there was a big scandal because like they did a comparison of how many they were like capping the applicants at higher
Either student them?
GPAs for Asians, right? So they would only look at applications at a higher standard for Asians than for other ethnicities because they were admitting too many Asians, and it was
You know what? That doesn't surprise me. And you know why?
like
Because you know what Harvard's
Asians are
predominant
smart.
fucking populace is?
white.
Yeah, that's why that doesn't surprise me.
I'm just saying, like,
Not even
but
one
like,
bit.
they didn't even like, nobody even like overturned it. It was like just controversial, but like they just let it be.
They're like, hey, that's fucked up. But anyways,
Yeah,
Why don't we just take all the white people and push them? No, I'm just kidding. I was doing a SpongeBob thing, but I can't remember the quote, and it just got a little bit too racist.
first of all, it's just called genocide. I think SpongeBob ever
Yes, white people did create
genocided.
genocide. I agree. Yes. All right, too political. Let's call it here. We're a good.
let's call it 15 minutes ago.
Oh man, you guys remember that one time I got gaslit into thinking Stephen Berries was Starbur?
I mean, we
Remember
weren't,
one time
we
he
weren't all the
gaslit
way
Nathan
wrong.
because he thought that the
'Cause that
floppy
was
disk
the name of
came
the
out the
brand.
same year as Ness.
There was a brand named Starbur. I knew there was a brand named Starberry, but I was
That's
just
the
like,
Target
it's like
brand,
Ben and
right?
Jerry's
Oh,
or
is that-
something.
Yeah.
No, it's just like
No, that
it
was the
like
name of his
Shaq's
brand, I
thing.
think.
Yeah, Steven Starberry.
Starburr Corporation.
There's also one that was just Star, right?
Starter.
STARR.
That's Target.
That's Target.
Star is Target. Yeah, that's
Okay. That's what
they
I'm
have, like
thinking.
shoes and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, this has been what is this episode 20 of SpaceBar podcast?
Yes,
Hold
sir.
on.
I'm actually.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you googling?
We're done, Nathan. We'll talk
I'm
about it off
googling
air.
this store. I'm googling this fucking store now.
Bro. Go to images. First image, Stephen Berries. Fuck you. It's a SpaceBar podcast. I'm Drew.
I'm Nathan.
Hi.
Eric.
Yeah, there you go. This has been episode 20. Y'all have a good night or day or whatever you're doing. Bye.
Or don't. We're not the boss of you. Live your life.
Well, now